welcome back. We are going to do our end of week psychic wrap up, see what messages we have to end the week, and take a little peek into what's coming forward for us in the week. Now, have you been having an intense week? I feel like it was a long week. The retrograde was ending. There was a lot of different things happening, and we're going to dive into our dolphin message and see what the dolphins want to tell us. Right? Have you been called to dolphins? I feel like they're trying to send us messages. And we have, our card today is for abundance. And let's see what they want to tell us. Now, this one is a longer message, so stick with me, bear with me. I think we're going to get some good insight here. Abundance develops into your existing everyday life by utilizing the gifts you already have and accomplishing the objectives and goals you love. This card demonstrates that you have taken steps towards evolving to a place of generosity. Big-heartedness in all of its forms comes back to you tenfold. Whatever energy you put out in the world will come back in a variety of ways. It isn't that being generous creates abundance. It is when you become open-hearted and giving that it becomes part of your nature. This shift opens nature's flow of abundant energy to surround you. In addition to money, abundance comes in a multitude of forms. Humans and animals have lived abundantly on the earth for millions of years. They gave to the planet and took from it only what was needed. There was a balance to the equilibrium of giving and taking that allowed abundance to flow freely. Abundance does not flow from a feeling of lack, but out of an energy that circulates love and the spirit of giving and receiving. Energy in motion sustains abundance and healthy well-being, but stagnant energy leads to feelings of worry, fear, illness, and lack. Grasping tenuously to what you have or fearing its loss tends to slow down the abundant flow of energy. Feelings of resentment, feeling forgotten, or as if your life does not matter cause energy flow to stagnate. This stagnation begins to affect your capacity to attract, and you may find that you vacillate between a sense of fear and lack and the ability in the belief in your ability to receive. On the other hand, feeling connected to the world around you and everything in it changes how you attract abundance. When your energy is flowing, doors open for you and provide direction, means, and answers to how to create the life you desire. Once you realize your worthiness to receive and focus on your positive intentions, abundance begins to flow naturally. The dolphins show you the ease of the flow of abundance. Nature provides dolphins with all their necessities. They live in freedom. They know they are worthy of eating every day and swimming and playing. They exude the quintessence of happiness, joy, and abundance. Okay, watching or imagining them helps you to remember that the Creator made you worthy of abundance and love. Your only job is to open your heart and receive. You are enough. So the dolphins come forward in this fantastic message to let us know that we are worthy. And not only are we worthy, that we do not have to buy into what is so often sent our way, which is messages of like there's not enough for everybody, or only a selected few can have such and such. And just as they find the ocean abundant with what they need, they are trying to help you open your own energetic flow. That does not mean that all your life problems are going to be solved. Of course not. But the message that they're really trying to send to you is to play. Remember, play, especially if you have not laughed in a while or you have been extra serious or extra tense. So play, right? Dolphins are playful. Remember that you probably have everything that you need. There may be things that you want, but the things that you need are likely provided for. And I don't think they're sending us a message about simple gratitude. I think that they're trying to get us to understand and expand our energetic connection to all beings and to each other, and how things are a relationship. So yes, be generous when you can be generous. And it doesn't mean, and be generous with your time, be generous with your heart, be generous with you. And I think it will be hard for some of us who have felt removed or closed off or felt hurt by people, or like we just don't have enough to give other folks right now. Like maybe we are just getting by and we feel like I don't have enough to even nurture or care for myself, so I am limited on what I can give other folks. So their message is to open your heart when you can and think about the cycle of abundance. Okay. I hope that hit you well. That was meaningful to me. Now we're going to pull some tarot and see what other messages and insights our guides have for us today. Ooh, really good stuff coming forward. Okay. Our first card is the Sun. Things are going to be sunny and moving in our favor, especially for those of us who have really been waiting for it. We've been working hard. We've been waiting for the sun to come out and to find a glimmer of hope and a little bit of relief. Your guides want you to know that that's coming forward, that we can still have hope. That might have been hard for us, especially if it's been feeling heavy or hopeless for some people. They want us to know that we can still have hope. And our next message is the 10 of Cups. We have been hoping for our dreams to be answered. And I think for some of us, it's just to have like a happy partnership, a happy home, enough to provide for our home, for our children, for our dogs. I see dogs in the card. And they want to let us know that comes forward, that we're going to be able to tap into the resources that we need to help us. As we help ourselves, we are asked to help others too, and to bring others up with us as we are coming up. So our other message that we got is the 5 of Quills. Don't look behind. Don't waste time. Don't waste your time is what they're saying. Your time here is limited. Don't waste time on worrying about decisions you already made, because you can't go back. You can't go back. You have to go forward now and allow yourself some grace, saying you did the best that you could with the information that you had at the time that you had. It doesn't mean that you wouldn't do it differently if you were sitting where you are now, but that's just part of our growth process. That's part of evolving. That's part of the cycles, right? That we are, and hopefully we have grown, and we can look back now and say, oh gosh, why did I ever think that was a great idea? Or maybe you wish like you had jumped onto something sooner, right? But we're not living there. We have to move forward. Yes, we can recognize where perhaps we should have had better boundaries, or where we should have perhaps taken a moment to be in gratitude or to appreciate everything that we maybe took for granted when we were younger, like, good health, energy to do stuff, all kinds of things. So it's not that we're not considerate of those things, but we understand that ruminating too much on the past. So if you've been really ruminating and stuck on the past, it just doesn't serve a purpose for you right now. It's just going to make you sad a little bit and bring you down. Let's pull a few other cards to see what else they want to tell us. Okay. I also hear a message that, be cautious of who you share everything with. Like your thoughts, your time, everyone, not everybody is able to hold space for you right now. And so some people are going through some stuff, and they may not have shared that with you, that like, well, I don't know if I have space to hear everything or to receive your message as well, because I'm going through my own stuff, and some people don't want to share that with you or don't feel comfortable with that. And so think about energetically, like who the people are where you can kind of sense, ooh, my friend or my sibling or whoever, they seem a little bit tired. Perhaps I'm not going to hit them with all this heavy rumination I've been having or whatnot, because that might not land well on them right now. Does that make sense? I hear that some of you really feel like your life is evolving in a really good spot and in a good place, but you would like to do things in partnership, right? Here's the Lovers card. And you feel like you have done a lot on your own, and you feel like, you know what, I really would care for a partner. Or I think that some of you have recognized, wow, I'm lucky I have this partnership. This has helped me in my growth. But then again, like I said, for other people, you're hoping to find that other mate there that can complement you and that can give you what you hoped and you desired. And I think that's coming your way too, right? Be open. Be open to things. I think for some of you who maybe have, again, same message, have felt closed off a little bit, felt like, well, maybe it's not my time, or maybe times there's not enough time, or I'm too this, I'm too that, and whatever. They want you to try to get out of your head a little bit, so the things that are coming your way, you can recognize them when they come your way and hold on to them. Now, next message. Here is the Queen of Cups. You are, if you're listening, you are a very empathic person, and you are probably someone who already makes a lot of space for other people, and you run a touch emotional, and you are in tune with your emotions, and you're probably somebody that people seek guidance from, and you help other folks. That being said, make sure there is enough for you too. So make sure, if you are doing you, right, and your natural instinct is to be helpful, to be kind, to be caring, to be generous, all those things that we were talking about, make sure that you are practicing good self-care, and that you're also filling your cup up for yourself also, okay? That's really important. Now, we're going to see what else they want to tell us. We're going to pull a few more cards, because that's what I hear. Now, this tarot deck, this is one of my new decks that I love. I've been wanting this. This is the Cottage Magic Tarot. Woo. And all of the messages, they look like standard tarot, but, like instead of the 10 of cups, it's the 10 of teacups. And I feel like all of the messages, I said that just as I pulled the Devil card, but in general, the other cards are all like, it just make you feel cheery, right? Like even the ones that maybe have like some other messages, just like, I don't know, the art on it is uplifting, right? Think about that if you're thinking about purchasing a tarot deck for yourself. You want to glean your own messages, which I always think is a fantastic idea. And you're like, well, I don't know what deck to get. There's so many different tarot decks. So you pick whatever resonates with you. But I am resonating with this Cottage Magic Tarot. Now, I said all the art was looking beautiful before I pulled this Devil card, right? So be cautious of your true motive for decisions that you're making, especially if you're deciding on a new job, especially if you're being offered more money. Is it more money, but is it worth it? So think about the non-monetary aspects is what I hear. Like, if they're asking more of your energy, your time, like other resources that aren't exactly monetary, but may bring you down. Also, I think that you know who your allies are and who your people are. And you don't need to waste time with those who are, not cheering you on. You just don't. You don't need to give that, any energy. So be careful about, wasting time and energy and thought, right? Thought is time and energy on those which, that they're not in your core. Like, that's all right. Like, bye. You don't need to waste time with all of that. So, and again, I think it. Like, if you're wondering, like, as soon as I pull this card and you're like, oh yeah, I know who she's talking about. This just, there's no reason for that. Boundaries, healthy boundaries. Think about healthy boundaries. Now, I think for some people you felt like you're missing out a little bit. Like you're missing out on life. Like maybe you've had an illness and you've been like physically not been able to be out as much as you would like to. Or maybe finances kept you inside more than usual. Like you didn't feel like you were able to take part of things. Or for some people you felt like perhaps like you were on the outside, like if you're in a certain job or career and you felt like, I don't know if I feel so aligned to everybody. And that's okay, because they think that was part of your growth, right? And so, own that feeling. If that's how you really felt, and I feel for some of you really felt like you were, I hear the word misfit, or like you didn't fit, like you felt like you didn't like fit in. If they want to acknowledge, your guides, that you don't need to fit in with other people. You can find your other people, call in your other people who are your people, right? So yeah. Now our next message is the Page of Candles here. What do they want to tell us? Be careful what you are sending out. Be careful of the energy that you're sending out. I hear for some people, and it's connected to this Devil card here, your mouth is saying one thing and you're like speaking all kinds of great stuff. Like, okay, I'm sending out this positivity into the world. I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. But like your words verbally are not aligned to your mind and your heart. Think about that. Think about when you're not really speaking truthfully to yourself, right? To yourself is what they mean. And let's pull a couple other cards to find out why, what are they trying to tell us here with this? I hear renew yourself. Some of you have really been working really, really hard. You've been planting seeds. You've been really trying. You've been working on projects that haven't quite come to fruition yet, or maybe haven't panned out all the way you would like them to just yet. But you are hopeful that by doing this work now, by laying the groundwork now, that they're going to come back to you. And I think that I hear that they will. It will come back to you. But this is a time for to continue to grow, to continue to plant those seeds that are going to help you move forward in your future. If you have been feeling stuck, they want you to know you're not stuck, because even though it might feel like you're going at a snail pace on the path, on the journey that you're on, the point is not the destination. The point is the journey. The work is the journey. That's the whole thing. Like some of us feel like, well, I'm in a rush. I'm doing all this work. I'm in a rush to get to this end point, and they're letting you know there is no end point. It's all the minutia and stuff along the way. It's all those small little moments, those little brief moments of the day. Okay, and we're going to pull one final card here, and then we're going to close off with some angel numbers and see what our angel guides want to tell us there. If you have been asking for help, it's coming your way. You will find assistance and it'll come all at once. And it'd be like, oh gosh, I've really been hoping for this. I've really been praying for this help. And it could be in the form of resources that you need, or people as a resource, especially if you felt like you needed a support network, or you needed partnership, or someone to work with you. This is the King of Quills, if you're wondering. It's going to come to you. It's going to just swoop in, come rushing in, and the partnership that you need is going to come forward. Make sure to accept help, is what they tell me, when it comes your way, right? Like, don't be all shy. Like, you've been doing requests, you've been doing spells, rituals, like, oh, I need help, I need partnership. And then it comes your way and you're like, I don't know if I can take help. Take help if it's offered, okay? So that is your message. Now, we will finish off with a couple of angel numbers, because that's what I heard they wanted to leave us off with. So now, maybe you've seen these numbers already, or that one flew out, so we'll use that one, or be on the lookout for it. And here we're going to pull 2 more. Okay. Our first one is angel number 2713, which is mindfulness. Okay, and I shall read to you from the book what they're telling us here. With 2713, this is a time to truly focus on staying present and being mindful. Notice everything that's working out for you and find ways to change anything that is not working. Okay, it is up to you to create a sturdy foundation to build that dream life upon. Your natural talents will be extra helpful in this reflective practice. So, key messages here are expressing your real self, preparing for the solid future, right? Those were those seed plantings that we saw in the tarot card a bit ago. Being present. And so if you have felt like you are away from a mindfulness practice, or you do not have a mindfulness practice, this is your message to go get you one. Consider some meditation that you could do. If it has been hard to find time to meditate, and if it's nicer weather, see if you can get outside to do some meditation perhaps. I sometimes feel like there is no quiet place in my home at times. And so I often have meditated in my car for a few moments, but it could be something different, but take a couple minutes, even if it's 5 minutes. 5 minutes will do you a world of good. Or, like I often say, go outside, connect with trees, nature. If you're a water person, maybe you're seeing the dolphins, right? Whatever. But get outside into the elements, whatever your elements are. I'm a tree forest person. I love it. Okay? Now, our next one is infinity. So the infinity has no number. Message on this one, you're holding the key, right? Remember we got before that hanged one, which is the, feeling like I'm stuck. But of course, on the hangman, we know that we are not really ever stuck. We hold the key to unlock the gate, the door. We just don't know we have it, so we feel stuck. Okay, so we have the key. Limitless doors are about to open, right? Which connects to that dolphin message we had of the natural abundance that's around us. Bask in the infinite potential that is shining down upon you. Balance restored, consciousness open, inspiration peaked. Get ready for something truly transcendent. Again, I think that what you have been working towards is coming your way. Okay, our next one is 999, release. That is our final angel number, 999, release. Is that 999? I think it is. Okay. Remember that endings are also beginnings. When a cycle comes to a close, take some time to do a bit of soul searching. Hindsight allows you to see the past with greater clarity. Let go of who you used to be. Ditch those past patterns that no longer serve you. It's time to evolve into a new leveled up version of you. Okay, when one door closes, another will open. You get to choose how you walk through it. They really would like you to know that you don't need to be stuck in like what you used to be like, right? Especially if you sit around being like, well, I used to be like this, or I used to look like this or whatever. You can let go of all of that. That is not really serving a purpose for you any longer. It's not needed for you to carry all that on. You are evolved and grown into the new you, and the new you is fantastic and amazing. Believe it, own it, right? Only you can do that, right? It's easy for somebody else to say it. Sometimes it's hard for us, again, to accept it, right? It's hard for us to accept praise sometimes. Think about it if you're having a hard time accepting help and accepting praise, because these things are all coming your way. That is your message for the week. If you are new here, thank you for listening, and do consider subscribing. Have a blessed week. Bye.